This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Good evening from Las Cruces. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. Alamogordo boys basketball as they get ready to tip off against the Las Cruces High School Bulldogs. I'm Charles Winnecke. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Both teams on the floor warming up. JV finished about 25 minutes ago. No, 25 minutes ago. About 10 minutes ago. I'm sorry. And so we're starting on time tonight as the Tigers and Bulldogs face off for maybe the last time this season. Hard to say. This game, of course, delayed by a day. Both sides decided not to send their teams across the pass with the winds, even though today was probably just as windy as it was yesterday. But, you know, they have to make those decisions. And I think it was a little less windy when the buses were going across. I know when I was driving across it wasn't too bad. It didn't bother me a whole lot, but I'm also not driving a big bus, so it makes a little bit of a difference there. But regardless, we're ready to play some basketball tonight. Tigers, not much they can really do to help their seeding in districts. Mayfield won last night. Oregon Mountain also won last night. So the Tigers are locked into the 5, regardless of what happens in the next 2 games. There's really nothing they can do about that. However, they can definitely play a little bit of spoiler for Las Cruces High, and Oregon Mountain is going to be rooting for Alamogordo like crazy tonight, because if Alamogordo wins tonight, it would set up, if Cruces can beat Centennial on Friday and Oregon Mountain beats Mayfield on Friday, then you end up with a 3-way tie for first place. I don't know what exactly what happened there. Oregon Mountain, I think, swept Centennial this year. If Cruces wins, I think they would have swept Centennial. So I think it would be Oregon Mountain Cruces in the final. I'll have to double check that. Obviously, I pay a little more attention to what Alamo's got going on, but, you know, Cruces obviously has a lot of motivation to get out there and win this game. If they do, they know they're playing for the regular season district title on Friday against Centennial. If they don't win this game, then it could go a lot of ways. And hey, listen, Mayfield can beat Oregon Mountain. You know, everybody's been kind of beating everybody at times in this district this year, so I don't know who the best team is, to be honest. It looked like going into the district season it was Cruces by maybe a good margin, and that just has not been the case. However, their only 2 losses this season are to Oregon Mountain. So, yeah, I think that's what it is. Oregon Mountain has swept Cruces. Cruces, I think if they beat Centennial, they would have swept Centennial. And I want to say Centennial and Oregon Mountain split. I think Centennial won the first game and Oregon Mountain won the last night's game by 1 point in overtime. So it's been a wild district. I know Alamo wishes they'd been a little bit more in the middle of it this season, and you know, they certainly had their chances. They could have won the first game against Las Cruces. They nearly came back and beat Oregon Mountain. They nearly came back and beat Centennial. You know, they really weren't that far out of the game in the first time they played Centennial. Mayfield's been the team that's kind of Alamo just hasn't figured out this season, and there's a good chance that they see them again next Tuesday in the district tournament, either them or Oregon Mountain. Obviously, it depends on what happens in tomorrow's games. I think if Mayfield wins that game, they would have swept Oregon Mountain on Friday, and so they would Mayfield would get the 3, Oregon Mountain would get the 4, and so Alamo would be at Oregon Mountain. So Tigers are still in a pretty good spot playoff-wise, but they could really use some wins here down the stretch to feel a little bit better about themselves going into the postseason, and it's not a guarantee, you know. But they're max preps wise, they're right there at 15, and we'll see where they are tomorrow. If they get a win tonight, maybe it's a little bit of a bump up for them. Certainly one over Cruces would be a big positive tonight. Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back. The Alamogordo Tigers and the Las Cruces High School Bulldogs facing off here in a little over 10 minutes here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Here, you're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Trying to catch my breath. Had to run up and down some stairs and over to the scores table, make sure I have all the correct names and numbers tonight. Tigers, of course, coming off challenging week last week, struggled against Mayfield on Friday, and against Oregon Mountain, had that great comeback last Tuesday night, and a little bit extra time off. They were expected to play yesterday. Both these teams had an extra day. Cruces is probably the one that it will hurt more. However, Gadsden played Alamo pretty well the first time around. Gadsden gave Mayfield a pretty good game last night. I think it was 55-42, so definitely one of those things that the Bulldogs, I'm sure, would rather having that extra day off getting ready for their game against Centennial. But they've got to focus with Alamogordo tonight. When these two teams played the first time, Alamo led pretty much the whole way. And then Cruces took the lead in the fourth quarter. Tigers were able to force overtime. But the Bulldogs were great at the free throw line in OT. They hit 9 of 11 at the line in the extra frame to get the 58-53 win. Jaden Hernandez had 18 in that game, 12 for Julian Favela, and 9 for Aaron Herrera. Ben Walton had 14 for Cruces. Zayden Clark had 15 and 11 for Jaden Brisby. And I wondered if Cruces was really missing any of their key guys. I know they had, one of their size players wasn't playing, but I don't know if he's really a big part of what they do. They are, they're not, without those guys, they're not huge, but they're just big on the wings with Walton and Miller. And, both those guys are 6'4", 6'5", and they can play like guards. They can play like post players. Same with Jaden Brisby. I wouldn't say he's as strong as a guard. He's much more that guy that's going to get in there and grab your rebounds, and he grabbed a bunch against the Tigers when these two teams played the last time. Brisby had, looks like 15 in that game as well. So, yeah, I mean, kind of got to pick your poison a little bit with Cruces. They've got a few different guys that can give you problems, and I don't know if Talon Miller really had his best game, to be honest. He's just a freshman, and you can tell he's going to be a great, great player. He already is a very good player, and so it's as usual with Cruces. I mean, they had a few down years over the last 2 or 3 years. Not so much last year, but prior to that. But they always seem to have a strong overall group, and it's not necessarily just one guy. They certainly, had a lot of positives going for them when Coach Benjamin's son was a part of the team, and they had, I think, the oldest Carr brother. And, you have that 6'10" size. There is a Carr in this team, but I think he mainly plays JV. I saw him playing a lot of JV tonight. I think he did the same in the game back in Alamo as well. So we'll see what happens for the Tigers. It's being able to obviously get Jaden Hernandez going. I think he's really the thing that sparks this offense. But there's so many guys that can score for Alamo that are capable of scoring. Favela and Bynum and Ochoa and Aaron Herrera and Ethan Grinder. And at times we see some of the other guys chip in there as well. If they can get everybody going and get in that 10 to 15 point range, this can be a very difficult team to beat. Alamo just hasn't really had that going offensively the way they would have liked over the last few weeks. So we'll see what happens this evening. Both teams continue their warm-ups. We'll take one more break. We'll come back with your starting lineups and tip-off here in just a little while. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your mortgage, you deserve more. At First National Bank, we live in the communities we serve, which means faster decisions, personalized service, competitive rates, and real people who know you by name. We treat you like a neighbor. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing the one you love, our local lenders are with you every step of the way. Choose First National Bank, where home begins.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Welcome back to Las Cruces. We're just about ready for the starting lineups and the national anthem. Both teams have returned to their benches. And it's Alamogordo versus Las Cruces tonight. Other game going on tonight is Alamogordo versus Las Cruces girls basketball. That was scheduled to tip off at 6:30 in the Lawrence E. Johnson Tiger Pit. We'll probably have a final score for you before we get finished tonight. Those are the only games happening tonight because everybody else played yesterday. Thule boys and girls were both winners yesterday. Mescalero boys and girls both winners. Tularosa got the win over Nimi. The boys on the road, the girls at home, and the Mescalero boys huge win at home against Mesilla Valley Christian, and the Mescalero girls got the win at Mesilla Valley Christian. They'll next play Cloudcroft on Saturday, the Chiefs and Lady Chiefs, and the Wildcats finish up their season at home on Friday against Ruidoso. Girls will be at Ruidoso. All right, we're going to take our final break. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Your starting lineups and tip-offs. Tip-off is coming up next.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Starters being announced for both teams. We'll give you the starters for Las Cruces. Talon Miller, a 6'4" freshman. He wears number 0. Joseph Brisby, a 6' junior, wears number 3. Ben Walton, number 11, a 6'5" senior. Number 23, Jaden Brisby, a 6'4" sophomore. And then Elijah Hernandez, a 6'9" junior. That was the player that they did not have in the first game. I don't know how much of a difference that'll make tonight, but we'll find out this evening. We talked about Alamo not really having a whole lot of success against size. Like I said, they didn't have to go up against him in the first game, so we'll see how it goes here in game 2. For the Tigers, a little bit of a change. Jacob Ochoa gets the start tonight, wearing number 2, the junior. Everybody else the same. Julian Favela, number 0, junior. Bull Bynum, number 1, a sophomore. Number 3, Jaden Hernandez, a sophomore. Number 10, Aaron Herrera, a junior. Be interesting to see what Alamo does on the inside. I mean, I would imagine it's going to be Julian that'll have to match up. And Julian, you know, he's in that 6'4", 6'5" range. So we'll see how he does. I'm sure they're going to do their best to not leave him on an island against the size Otherwise, Alamo goes a little bit smaller than Cruces. So we'll see. I think Almo's going a little bit more for speed tonight based on their setup. Controlled into the backcourt by Hernandez, and we are underway. Bulldogs left to right, the Tigers right to left here in the first half. Bulldogs in their white home jerseys, red numerals, blue outlining, Bulldogs on the front. Tigers in their road blacks, gold numerals, white outlining. Tigers in a zone to begin. As the ball goes to Miller at the left wing, fires up a three, shot's no good, but the rebound is grabbed by Brisby. He's at the right wing, back over to Miller at the left wing. Tigers stay in the zone. As they go back to Miller, Miller going inside to Jaden Brisby. Brisby backs his way in on Bynum, and Brisby with the bucket. Tigers come the other direction as Aaron Herrera will bring it into the front court at the top of the key. Aaron looking to attack, gives it up to Ochoa at the left wing, and Ochoa dribbles now between the circles. He stops, comes to the near sideline to Aaron Herrera. Herrera, a couple of jab steps, and then Herrera working right of the lane. He gets cut off, gives it up to Favela. Favela goes right of the lane to the basket, goes up with the shot, it's no good, and he'll be fouled. To the free throw line will be Julian Favela. And they'll call the foul on Elijah Hernandez. That's his first. Favela will make on the first free throw. And one more for the Tiger junior, as he tries to even up the score at 2. He will make on both. Even at 2 with 7:35 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Joseph Brisby into the front court at the right wing. Gives it up to Miller at the left wing. Miller back to the near side and the right wing to Brisby. Then back to Walton. Walton gives it to Hernandez at the baseline, then back outside to Walton. Brisby gets it at the right wing. Back to Walton. Walton drives in, jump stop, goes with the shot, bounces once off the heel of the rim, and then in. So Miller gets the bucket, and it's 4-2. Bynum going to fire up a three from the right wing. That's no good. And the rebound is pulled in by Miller. He dishes it up ahead to Joseph Brisby. Joseph Brisby tries to get into the lane, and he is going to be fouled, I think, by Aaron Herrera. And that'll be his first. And it inbounds at the baseline for Las Cruces. 6:55 to go, first quarter. Miller to inbound. Miller will get it in, and Walton will fire a catch-and-shoot corner three. It's no good, but Hernandez gets the rebound. His putback is no good. He crashes to the floor. Tigers get the rebound this time, and they'll have numbers. Herrera in the corner attacking, and going up with the right hand off the glass. Shot no good. Miller, is going to get called for the foul, it looks like. And so Herrera will shoot 2. Second team foul on Las Cruces. 4-2 Bulldogs, 6:40 to go here in the first. And Alamo at the line again, and Herrera makes on the first. Good start at the free throw line for the Tigers. Hernandez checking out of the game. And back in is number 14, or coming into the game for the first time, is Zeke Acosta. And Hernandez looks like he's a little banged up after that and maybe headed to the athletic trainer's room. Free throws good from Herrera. And a 4-4 game. Tigers with some pressure in the backcourt. On the far sideline, Walton to the near sideline in the backcourt. Brisby, nice pass to Acosta. Coming across Favela, changed the shot, but the rebound grabbed by Jaden Brisby, and he gets the putback. So far, the offensive rebounding for Las Cruces has been hurting the Tigers a little bit. As Alamo has it in the front court, right wing with Favela, right corner now to Bynum. He gives it to Ochoa at the top of the key, guarded by Miller. Ochoa hands it off to Hernandez, guarded by Brisby. Jaden at the top of the key, and he'll find Favela. Corner three on the way, no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Walton. He'll be fouled by Herrera, and Aaron's going to pick up a second early one here with 5:55 to go. And looks like Ethan Grinder will come into the game. And it will be for Aaron, who's on 2 fouls just a little over 2 minutes into this ball game. 6-4 Las Cruces, 5:51 to go here in quarter number one. Joseph Brisby gives it up to Miller, then back over to Joseph Brisby at the right wing. They give it to Walton right of the lane. Walton trying to burrow his way in. Goes up with the jump shot from the low block on the right side. It's good. And then a pass from Hernandez was off the mark looking for Bynum on the outlet up the far sideline. And the Tigers turn it over. 5:36 to go first quarter as the inbounds goes to Miller and then back to Joseph Brisby, who will bring it into the front court. Tigers have stayed in their zone. And the ball over in the corner. They go inside to Brisby. Brisby able to push his way in, but can't get the shot to go. The Tigers tip the rebound out. Here is Jaden Hernandez. Hernandez looking to work his way to the basket, but has to come back outside with it to Bynum. Good transition defense by Miller to cut off Hernandez. Top of the key, now trying to drive in. Slipping as he was working to the basket was Bynum. He's going to draw the foul. Shot is no good. They'll call the foul on Jaden Brisby. It'll be his first. Bynum going to miss on the first. Tigers all their points from the free throw line here early. They trail 8-4. And Will's going to miss on both. Bulldogs have the rebound. Joseph Brisby up the near sideline to the right wing, gets to the baseline, sends a pass to the corner, and it's Walton. Walton jump stop into the lane, goes up with the right hand and able to finish. Walton with 4. The Bulldogs lead 10-4. 4:47 to go here in the first. Bynum at the left wing with the basketball. Guarded by Walton. Top of the key. It's Favela, now Grinder. Grinder will give it up to Ochoa at the top of the key. Jacob dribbles there. Continues. And picks up his dribble, gives it up to Hernandez. Finds Grinder, who had his foot out of bounds. He didn't reestablish himself. He had put his right foot in, but I don't think it had been in time, the amount of time that you need to be in order to be declared inbounds. Favela checks out. Matthew Granados into the game. So a few turnovers here by Alamo. Bulldogs getting them on the offensive boards. And that's really the difference here early on. Corner 3 on the way is no good from Zayden Clark, who just checked into the game. Clark is their sharpshooter. I think he had 5 threes in that game in Alamogordo. Walton working his way in, lost the handle of the basketball, had to go track it down at the baseline, and he gives it up to Dominic Luttrell, who's into the game. Now driving his way in, Prince Lopez. Lopez into the lane. A lot of contact underneath. Looked like one of the Tigers tried to draw a charge. Alamo does get the rebound on the miss, and they'll bring it into the front court with Ochoa. Jacob looking to drive. Gets to the elbow, now looking for help as he picks up his dribble. Finds Hernandez at the top of the key. Jaden at the left wing. He'll fire up a 3. Guy right on him as he went up with the shot. And it's short, and the rebound grab by the Bulldogs as Clark will come the other way with it. Clark will give it up to Luttrell, then back to Clark, top of the key. And driving in Walton. Walton goes up off the glass and finishes. And a whistle, and it looks like a timeout by Alamogordo. 3:22 to go in the first. Alamogordo trailing 12-4. And we'll fit in a break as well. This is Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Tigers have their first inbounds out of the timeout knocked away. Bulldogs going with full court pressure. And that'll be taken away by Walton. And then trying to go up with the shot and losing it was Clark. Tigers pushed the other way. Bynum will give it up to Ochoa. Ochoa back to Bynum. Bynum working into the lane, goes to the basket. Layup just rolls off. Battle for the rebound is knocked away. And it is grabbed by Luttrell, who will give it up to Lopez. Andrew Herrera is into the game for Alamogordo. And inside they go. Acosta had his shot blocked, I think, by Grinder. And here is Herrera as he tried to go up with a shot. Ended up with his back to the basket. And the Bulldogs come the other way now. Acosta gets it in the lane. Acosta goes up with a shot. Ochoa will foul him. Bucket's no good. But 2 free throws coming up for number 14, Zeke Acosta. Tigers going to sub in Julian Favela here in a second. See who he checks in for. Ochoa picks up his first foul. Costa makes the free throw, and it's 13-4 Las Cruces on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Favela comes in for Bynum, so it's Favela, Andrew Herrera, Jacob Ochoa, Jaden Hernandez, and Ethan Grinder for the Bulldogs. Talon Miller will come in for Acosta if he makes on the second. Latrell Clark, his free throw's good. Lopez and Walton on the floor as well. (14-4) Las Cruces, and they continue to run some full court pressure. Inbounds to Hernandez, then right back to Favela. Favela going to be fouled in the backcourt by Clark. And the Tigers will inbound again at the baseline with 2:35 to go in the first. Third team foul on the Bulldogs. And as the inbounds goes to Herrera. Herrera will lose it as he was just about to the midcourt line. And here is Walton. Walton will give it up to Latrell, who puts up the three and puts it in. 17-4 Las Cruces. Tigers able to break the pressure this time as Andrew Herrera finds Julian Favela. Favela from in close, can't get the layup to go. Battle for the rebound won by Walton at the baseline. And Walton to the top of the key. Walton gets tripped up as he works into the lane. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up, as that's the 15th foul on Alamogordo, I believe. Now the Tigers still without a field goal here in this first quarter, all of it from the free throw line, as Walton will make on the first. Such a big difference from game 1 to game 2 now. I mean, certainly one thing that is William Benjamin's on the sideline tonight for Las Cruces. But, I don't know, Kai Williams, I think, coaches this team well. And, you've got a lot of guys in this group that are really experienced. So the players on the floor know what, they need to be doing. So I don't know how much of a difference that makes. Andrew Herrera inbounds to Jaden Hernandez. Hernandez cross-court pass was deflected, but it goes to an Alamogordo player. Andrew Herrera then loses it. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. Last off the Bulldogs. 19-4, Las Cruces. 1:59 to go here in quarter number 1. And it'll be an inbounds at the baseline. A little bit in the corner here for Andrew Herrera. And the inbounds will go to Favela out top. Well, like Ochoa had gotten himself open underneath, but pass didn't go to him. Ochoa's now got it out at the center circle, and then his pass going to be deflected out of bounds by Clark as they were trying to go to Hernandez. Jaden will inbounds to Jacob. Ochoa will bring it into the front court for Alamogordo. As the ball goes to the right wing to Andrew Herrera. Grinder finds Ochoa. Ochoa will fire up a 3, and there's the first field goal for the Tigers here in the quarter. 3 is good for Ochoa. 19-7, 1:31 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's Lopez with the ball at the left wing, and Lopez going to be fouled by Andrew Herrera. And Lopez will go to the line to shoot 2. And the free throw up and in. And now one more here for Lopez, as he makes it a 14-point lead for Las Cruces in this first quarter. Bulldogs will stay with the full court pressure. Favela to inbounds. Bynum, Hernandez, Ochoa, and Andrew Herrera on the floor. Favela still looking to inbounds, and he was able to get it towards Andrew Herrera. Clark was able to step in front of it and push it out of bounds. Alamo will inbounds now at the near sideline. It'll be Ochoa to put it in. He'll give it to Hernandez. He's double teamed, gives it to Bynum. Tigers have numbers here. Bynum finds Favela. He's open in the corner for three, and he hits it. Julian Favela with the triple for Alamo. And down to an 11-point difference, 21-10, 1:12 to go here in the quarter. Ball goes to Lopez, guarded by Hernandez out top. Tigers man-to-man defense. And Miller at the free throw line, guarded by Bynum. Miller comes across, gets to the basket, shot no good. Pretty good defense there from Bynum. Favela trying to come up the floor. Ended up having two guys squeeze him, and the ball came loose. They give it to Talon Miller, and he gets the easy lay-in. Favela inbounds to Ochoa. Ochoa loses the ball out of bounds. They'll say it's Las Cruces' possession. Looked like Jacob got hit while he lost the basketball, but inbounds will be at the baseline in the corner for Lopez. Inbounds will go to Clark at the right wing. And they give it to Miller at the top of the key. Miller had the ball poked away by Bynum. Bynum will push up the floor and get to the basket, go up with the shot, and it'll swirl home for him. And Bynum with his first field goal of the game. Tigers trail by 11 again, 23-12. 25 seconds to go in quarter number one. Lopez will dribble out at the top of the key. Lopez gives it up to Miller. Now it's Clark. 14 seconds to go. Clark will try to give it to Joseph or Jaden Brisby. Brisby works his way in the lane, goes up with the shot. 8 seconds left. Inbounds. Bynum will get it the far sideline. 3 seconds left. Top of the key. Three on the way is no good from Bynum. And that will do it for the quarter. 25-12. Las Cruces leads after one on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank, your community bank. When local businesses grow, our whole community grows with them. That's why our business loans come with personalized attention, local decision-making, and a commitment you won't find elsewhere. We know your name, we know your goals, and we're here to help move you forward. Visit us today and experience the difference a true community bank can make. Together, we're building a stronger community, one relationship at a time.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30-101.9. Second quarter begins with Alamogordo trailing 25-12. Jaden Hernandez gets the inbounds and gives it to Jacob Ochoa. Tigers going right to left, Bulldogs left to right in this first half. Favela at the top of the key, and Favela backpedals between the circles. Julian will fire up a left wing three, and he'll put it in. Second three of the game for Favela. He's got 8. Tigers down by 10, 25-15. Joseph Brisby gives it up to Walton as he has it at the right wing. I'm sorry, to Miller. Then Walton back to Miller. I'm going to get that right before the end of the season, maybe. I did it good in the first quarter. Miller gives it up to Brisby at the left wing. And Brisby will go to Hernandez, who's back out there. He got a little banged up early in the quarter. Bynum going to come away with a steal from Brisby. Bynum all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. Will with 4 points now. And the Tigers have cut it down to an 8-point game and have forced a few turnovers in the half-court defense. Joseph Brisby with the ball at the right wing. Brisby cross-court pass goes to Miller. Miller left wing finds Walton left corner. 3 on the way is no good. Rebound is going to come out to Joseph Brisby, and they'll reset again. Lots of those offensive rebounds for the Bulldogs, and some of them, just on threes, and Alamo not in position. They're trying to defend underneath the guys, so they're collapsed in the zone. Ball on the outside, and Miller going to fire up a left wing 3. That's no good. Rebound is deflected around. It's going to be grabbed by Andrew Herrera. Gives it up to Bynum. Bynum, a little hesitation drive in, and they're going to call a carry on Bynum. We'll see Bryson Bloom for the first time. Matthew Granados comes back into the game. Joins Bynum, Favela, and Hernandez. Cross midcourt with it, Brisby. Gives it up to Miller, then back to Brisby. 25-17. They tried an alley-oop. And it looked like the Cruces player was on the near sideline, stepped out of bounds, but they do not see it. And now a pass that's going to go out of bounds by Cruces. Bulldogs get a little sloppy here in their last few possessions. Bulldogs with trap pressure in the backcourt, not the strong full court pressure that they were using earlier. Bynum and Hernandez going back and forth with it. Bynum able to get it across the half court, and then he is going to dribble into a double team. They call a jump ball, and the possession arrow gives it to Cruces. 5:57 to go in the second quarter. Jacob Ochoa comes in for Will Bynum. And now the official puts the ball into play. And it'll be Walton that will bring it across the timeline for Las Cruces. Tigers staying in the zone. Walton with the ball at the top of the key. Walton trying to work off a couple of screens, cut off at the right elbow. Goes back to Miller, top of the key with the basketball. Joseph Brisby with the ball at the left wing. And then back to Miller. Miller gives it up to Brisby. Brisby in the corner was quickly double teamed by Ochoa and Hernandez. He'll go back outside. And now it's Walton with it. Walton tried to feed a pass to baseline to Joseph Brisby. It was read well by Ochoa. And Ochoa brings it into the front court for Alamogordo. Ochoa gives it up to Hernandez. Jaden with the ball at the right wing. Jaden looking to work in on Walton. Has to go back outside. Favela will try another 3. That's no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Joseph Brisby. 5:06 to go. Walton, as he's working his way to the basket, traveled with it. Good call by the official. And subs for Las Cruces. They'll bring Zeke Acosta and I think it's Zayden Clark. There we go. Could not see his number again. Walking in a weird angle from where I am. Ethan Grinder into the game for Alamogordo as well. Grinder gets the ball near midcourt. Finds Granados. Granados back to Grinder. Grinder, as he came into the lane, able to save it, is going out of bounds. Might have been out of bounds himself. And from the free throw line, hitting the jump shot is Jaden Hernandez, his first bucket of the night. Tigers got it down to a 6-point difference, 25-19. They were down, gosh, I'm trying to remember what the number was there. They were down by 16, I think. Left wing, Clark will fire a 3, and that's no good. Rebound, Hernandez able to grab it. Jaden trying to push up the floor, had the ball knocked away. And here come the Bulldogs the other direction with it. Jaden Brisby to the basket. His shot no good. Putback is there by Talon Miller. 27-19. Ochoa has the basketball. And Ochoa gets it, well, almost had it up ahead to Grinder, but Grinder couldn't handle the pass, and it's a scramble for it on the floor. Jaden Brisby gets to it. Jaden Brisby right down the lane will lay it up and in. Tigers again will turn it over here as they're bringing it up the floor. Clark will give it to Miller. Offensive foul going to be called on Miller. And certainly could make an argument that the Alamogordo player was not set. Late sub here from Alamogordo as Nate Best will come in for Ethan Grinder. And another late sub here for the Bulldogs as they'll bring Prince Lopez in. Inbounds will go to Hernandez, then back to Ochoa. Hernandez on the far side. Give it to Best. Best, double teamed, was able to get the ball to Bynum. And Bynum dribbles out the right wing. Bynum will go to Granados. Matthew top of the key. Granados gives it up to Ochoa. Ochoa, top of the key. Goes to Granados at the left wing. Now it's Bynum. 3:23 to go. Tigers down by 10. They had it down to 6. Bulldogs have scored in the last 2 possessions. Bynum out between the circles. Bynum still with his dribble. Gives it up to Granados. He'll fire up a 3. He puts it in. Matthew Granados from long distance. But the Bulldogs get behind the Tiger defense. Nobody picked up Zeke Costa. Timeout called by Alamogordo. 30-second timeout. 3 minutes to go in the second. Tigers 31-22 trail on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And we'll be back.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
(31-22), a 9-point lead for Las Cruces. Jaden Hernandez bringing the front court out of the Alamogordo timeout. Hernandez will find Bynum, top of the key, fires up a 3, no good. Rebound is pulled in by Acosta. Acosta will give it up to Walton. Quickly into the front court, finds Clark. Granados tipped away a pass intended for Jaden Brisby in the post. And it'll be an inbounds to the baseline. Sub in for Alamogordo as Ethan Grinder will check in. And it will be for Jacob Ochoa. 2:43 to go in the second. Inbounds goes to Walton. Walton from the baseline fires in the jump shot. About 17 feet out. 33-22. Here's Hernandez. Hernandez with the ball outside. And boy, he's getting harassed there by Clark. And Clark comes away with the basketball. Clark on the layup attempt, no good. Bynum able to grab the rebound. Played some good defense there. And Bynum will give it up to Best and then right back to Bynum. Hernandez will give it up to Bynum. Bulldogs are double teaming in the half court here as Grinder will get it. Grinder will go to Best. Best at the top of the key. Now it's Grinder. Now it's Granados. Thought about the 3. He'll dribble out of there. Find Hernandez out between the circles. Jaden with the basketball, guarded by Prince Lopez. Under 2 minutes to go. Tigers down by 11. And here is Hernandez finding Bynum top of the key. We'll give it to Jaden. Jaden will fire up a left wing 3. It's no good off the front of the rim. Lopez grabs the rebound. Lopez working his way up the floor to the top of the key. Lopez will give it up to Walton. Finds Acosta at the right elbow. Acosta has the ball poked away by Hernandez. Bynum pushes up the floor. Bynum to the basket. Lay-in attempt, no good. Rebound grabbed by Walton. Walton, he's able to dribble through a number of players and now into the open. He'll find Jaden Brisby. Brisby goes up with the shot. It's no good. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Not many fouls called in this game. I will say Cruces has been playing some really good defense on this end. I think Alamo, except in transition, has played some pretty good defense in the half court. As Brisby fires up the first and misses. 8 points for him tonight. Subs for Alamogordo's Favela and Ochoa come into the game. And Andrew Herrera is in. And one more here for Jaden Brisby. Brisby will make on the second. Sub for Las Cruces as Brisby checks out, and Dominic Luttrell back into the game. 34-22 with 1:16 to go in the second quarter. And the inbounds, Favela, he will give it up to Ochoa. No pressure in the backcourt. Ochoa will find Grinder top of the key. Ethan will go to Favela. Baseline jump shot on the way is no good. And the rebound grabbed by Luttrell. Luttrell will give it up to Walton. Walton to the top of the key. Walton working right the lane. Walton going to be fouled by Herrera. I would say, yes, that's a foul. He bumped him and knocked him off his place, but I feel like that's been happening a fair amount in the game, and they've let a lot go. Inbound's going to be stolen away by Favela, but Favela had his foot on the baseline, and so it's coming back. Julian thought that he had snagged it, and the inbounds will go to Clark. Clark at the top of the key. Clark gets into the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Walton open for three, and he puts it in. Then Walton having a heck of a first half. Bulldogs have pushed that lead back out to 15 after the Tigers had cut it to 6. Ochoa with 30 seconds to go. Ochoa finds Best in the corner. Best able to work his way in the lane, goes up with a shot. They're going to call a foul. Coach Benjamin thought that he traveled. I thought maybe he traveled because he got contacted. Best will miss front rim on the first. 24.5 seconds to go in this second quarter. And Best will make on the second. 37-23. Walton will bring it in the front court. He's been tough to stop in this first half. Him and Brisby and Miller. 15 seconds to go as Walton dribbles out near the midcourt line. Timeout called by Las Cruces. With 12.7 seconds to go, and they'll draw up a play here to finish off the half. We'll go ahead and keep it right here this time. First quarter score back in Alamogordo. It was a while ago I got it, but it was 20-9. Las Cruces in front of Alamogordo. Senior night for the Lady Tigers, which almost a few seniors this year. I would say their main on-court players are, underclassmen, junior, sophomore, 8th grade freshmen. But they do have some contributors in that senior group. Just off the top of my head, Nevaeh Boyle, Danielle Covarrubia, Bethany Bunker. Alma will have their senior side on the boys' side on Friday against Gadsden. Inbound near sideline for Las Cruces. As the ball goes into Lopez, then right back to Miller. Or I should say to Walton. Walton gets the top of the key. Walton at the free throw line. Finds Acosta, and Costa able to lay it up and in. And that'll do it. Pick and roll there for Las Cruces. And a nice pass from Walton. And the Tigers down 39-23 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We will take a break and come back with the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at OteroFCU.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Las Cruces in front, 39-23. The Tigers had it down to a 6-point game. It was 25-19, a 14-4 run to finish off the quarter for the Bulldogs. And so they find themselves up by 16 at the break. And a lot of it has just been the Bulldogs' individual scoring, guys making, really nice shots. And, one of the top has been Walton. I mean, just hitting, mid-range jump shots, hitting it from outside, dribble drive to the basket and finish. He's been very impressive in this first half. 13 points for him and 6 for Talon Miller, 9 for Jaden Brisby. Offensive rebounding has been tough for Alamo. Almo's also, turnovers have been a little too much. Just feels like it's such a grind to make something happen offensively for Alamogordo. Bulldogs just feel like they're getting better looks, and defense has definitely been a challenge at times for the year. This for Alamogordo. I think they've been able to make up for that with their offense this season. Unfortunately, the offense just has not been able to keep the pace that they had earlier in the season. I know I sound like a broken record because I say that a lot, but I mean it's really, the Tigers were pretty regularly scoring 70, 80 points, earlier on in the year, and now it's getting into the 50s, maybe the 60s. And, it's just not finding the same consistency. And, I think a lot of it credit to the other teams and how they play defensively, I think has made that, challenging for Alamogordo. And, I feel like that's part of it. And just, Alamo, when they get some open looks, not able to hit them with the consistency that they did. Yeah, it's and then there's a little thing like that timeout that Alamo called right before, about 3 minutes to go in the half. Tigers had hit a big three, and I think it was down to a 7-point game, and just had a complete offensive lapse. Didn't pick up Acosta, who just got behind everybody, and they got an easy lay-in and right back out to a 9-point game. And any momentum that Alamo had kind of gathered from the three, it was gone. And Coach Bowman, and been a few times in recent weeks where calls a timeout, and everybody in the gym can hear him. He's trying to, light a fire under his team. Sometimes it's the Tigers have rallied a lot this season, and they've really played hard and, given themselves opportunities to win. But, unfortunately, they've put themselves in tough positions as well. So we'll see what the Tigers can do here in this one, as they're down by 16 at half, 39-23. Leading scorers, by the way, for the Tigers, Julian Favela has 8, 4 for Will Bynum, 3 for Jacob Ochoa, 2 for Jaden Hernandez, 2 for Aaron Herrera, 3 for Matthew Granados, and 1 for Nate Best. As we mentioned, Ben Walton, 13, 9 for Jaden Brisby, 6 for Talon Miller, 6 for Zico Costa, 3 for Dominic Luttrell, and 2 for Prince Lopez. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019.
new year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your mortgage, you deserve more. At First National Bank, we live in the communities we serve, which means faster decisions, personalized service, competitive rates, and real people who know you by name. We treat you like a neighbor. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing the one you love, our local lenders are with you every step of the way. Choose First National Bank, where home begins.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Tigers trailing at half, 39-23. Halftime score from back in Alamogordo is 29-14. 29-14 at half. Las Cruces in front of Alamogordo. And as I mentioned, no other games going on tonight. Everybody played their games yesterday. Mescalero Apache girls came here to Las Cruces and beat Mesilla Valley Christian. They'll finish up at home on Saturday against Cloudcroft. The Mescalero Apache boys, huge win at home last night against Mesilla Valley Christian, as they are even at first place in district. They're probably going to see a tiebreaker there, maybe. We'll see. They've got to beat Cloudcroft on Saturday at Cloudcroft. And then Tularosa boys clinched the District 3 4A championship. I think the Tigers are missing a player here. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not paying attention. Anyway, Ochoa inbounds to Hernandez and Favela. Bynum's got it in the corner. Tigers going left to right in the second half, right to left for the Bulldogs. It'll be Hernandez in the left wing, go to Bynum in the corner, then back out to Hernandez. Zone defense here for Las Cruces. Now it's Favela. Ochoa, top of the key three. That's no good. Bynum able to grab the loose ball and give it to Hernandez. Now it's Grinder. Free throw line jump shot for him. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound is pulled in by Miller. He'll give it to Walton. He'll bring it up the near sideline. Walton to the top of the key. And a behind the back dribble finds Hernandez as he got underneath the basket. And Hernandez with his first bucket. And Las Cruces 41-23 in front now. Hernandez top of the key. We'll give it up to Ochoa. Now it's Grinder to Favela. Favela works his way to the baseline. And now it's Ochoa with it top of the key. Jacob will go to Julian. Favela will find Bynum. And then he tried to feed a bounce pass to Hernandez. It's stolen away. Here is Brisby to the basket. His layup is up and in. So the Bulldogs with 4 straight points to begin the half. Their lead out to 20. Pavel in the corner. Finds Hernandez top of the key. Tried to attack the lane. Instead goes outside to Ochoa, who misses on the 3. And the rebound is grabbed by Walton. Walton will give it to Miller. Miller pushes up the far sideline to the right wing. Into the lane. To the basket. Goes up with the shot off the glass. Foul going to be called on Alamogordo. And 2 free throws coming up for Talon Miller. Miller will make on the free throw. Aaron Herrera comes in. Julian Favela checks out. And Miller will make both free throws. The Bulldogs 6 straight to begin the quarter, and they lead by 22. Herrera with the ball at the right wing and gives it up to Hernandez. Jaden to Ochoa. Ochoa at the left wing. And a couple of ball fakes, gives it to Hernandez. 2-3 zone for Las Cruces. As Grinders got at the free throw line, and he's double teamed and has the ball knocked away. Joseph Brisby to Jaden Brisby. Jaden Brisby from in the lane goes with the little touch shot, and it's up and in. Ochoa top of the key. Ochoa dribbles into a double team and was able to get the pass away. It leaked over to Bynum. Bynum goes outside to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to work his way into the lane. And now we've got a scramble for the floor. Grinder's able to get to the basketball and pass it to Ochoa while he was on his seat. Ochoa will give it up to Bynum. 8 straight for Las Cruces to begin the half. Hernandez top of the key. Grinder at the right wing. To Bynum top of the key. Left wing Hernandez. Jaden will go to Ethan at the free throw line. Grinder one dribble, then finds Bynum. Now it's Herrera in the corner. Aaron, give it up to Bynum. Now it's Ochoa. Jacob will go to Jaden. Jaden finds Grinder. Ethan will go to Will. Will, from just in front of the top of the key, puts the jump shot up and in. Bynum's got 6. The Tigers trail 47-25. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. I think the Bulldogs will take those kind of defensive possessions all day. Drawing time off the clock, even though they gave up the bucket. Jaden Brisby trying to work on Herrera. Bynum comes across and steals it away from him. Here is Bynum. He'll fire up a left wing 3. That's no good. Rebound deflected, and it goes right to Hernandez. Elijah Hernandez, I should say, for Las Cruces. He'll give it up to Miller, who brings it in the front court. Miller to swing. Miller going to commit the offensive foul as he put the shoulder into Herrera. And it'll be Tiger basketball. Bulldogs going to sub in 4 players here. And it looks like Walton's the only one who will stay on the floor. They'll bring on Clark and Luttrell and Acosta and Lopez. Tigers with Hernandez, Herrera, Ochoa, Bynum, and Grinder. Down by 22 with 4:18 to go in the third quarter. Bynum will go to Hernandez, then back to Bynum. The right wing, Ochoa. Right corner, Herrera. Back to Ochoa. Tigers trying to be quick with the passes here in the zone. Ball goes to the top of the key. Ochoa with the basketball. 4:04 to go here in the third quarter. And they find Hernandez. Open in the corner for 3. It's no good. Bynum able to get there for the rebound. Tiptoed the baseline. Finds Grinder. Then to Hernandez. Jaden baseline jump shot. Puts it up. It's no good. And the rebound this time to Las Cruces. Lopez all the way into the lane. Goes up with the shot off the glass and good. 49-25. Hernandez top of the key with it. Gives it up to Ochoa. Ochoa works baseline. Pull-up jump shot is good. Jacob with his second field goal of the night. He's got 5. Tigers trail 49-27. Lopez into the front court. Luttrell. Now Acosta right back to Luttrell. Or I should say Lopez. He goes to the basket. Good defense there by Hernandez. Hernandez gets it out ahead to Herrera, but Herrera can't handle the pass. Saved as he was going out of bounds, but it goes right to a Las Cruces player as Walton will bring it into the front court. He gives it up to Luttrell, then right back to Walton. Luttrell, left wing. Dribbles once, back to Walton. Tigers man-to-man defense. And it'll be at the right wing, Lopez. Lopez Gets right of the lane, gets cut off by Grinder. Good defense there from Ethan. And back outside it goes to Clark. Clark will give it up to Walton. Walton will fire up a three. Swirls out. Rebound Grinder. He'll give it up to Ochoa. Tigers down by 22 with the basketball. 2:41 to go in the third on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Ochoa will give it up to Herrera. Right corner now it is Jaden Hernandez. Jaden now to Bynum, top of the key. Will dribble there. Gives it up to Ochoa. Left wing extended. Again, Tigers left to right here in the second half. Bulldogs right to left. Herrera with the ball at the top of the key. Still a zone for Las Cruces. Ochoa gives it up to Grinder at the left elbow. Back to Ochoa. Ochoa to Grinder. Grinder tried to give a pass back to Bynum, but stolen away by Lopez. Lopez to the basket. He'll lay it up and in. And here comes Alamogordo the other way, down 51-27. Herrera at the right wing. And he'll fire up a three, and he'll put it in. Aaron Herrera with his first bucket. Timeout Alamogordo to be a full timeout. 1:50 to go in the third. Alamogordo down by 21 with 1:50 remaining in this frame. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Bulldogs with the basketball, up 57 or 51-30, and the Tigers going to force a turnover. Best got a hand on it, deflected to Hernandez. Hernandez working his way to the basket, had the ball knocked away, and the loose ball tracked down in the corner by Clark. 1:26 to go. Clark across the timeline, gives it up to Lopez. Lopez in the corner. Cross-court pass finds Latrell, open for three, no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Herrera. Herrera and Lopez with a hard collision. They'll call the foul on Lopez. Aaron Herrera, Jacob Ochoa, Nate Best, Matthew Granados, and Jaden Hernandez on the floor for Alamogordo as they'll roll the ball all the way till about midcourt for Ochoa. Ochoa will give it to Hernandez at the left wing. And Jaden, pull-up jump shot is up and good. Hernandez, his second bucket of the game. He's got 4 points, 51-32. We cross 1 minute to go in the third quarter as the ball's at the left wing. Left elbow and then to the corner. Clark puts up a three. Shot no good. Walton able to grab the rebound. Works his way into the lane. Goes up with the shot. It's good. Walton now with 15. And then a whistle. I think they stopped the clock because the ball had kind of leaked away from everybody. All right, so it's Ochoa to the top of the key. Gives it up to Herrera at the free throw line. Herrera being triple teamed. Finds Hernandez. Left wing three on the way. Jaden's three is no good. Rebound. Best fighting for it underneath and couldn't squeeze it as it deflected off the bottom of the rim and just slipped out of his hands out of bounds. 21-point lead for the Bulldogs, 53-32. And they get it in the front court. Acosta's got it the right wing. Gives it to Lopez. Now Walton, and then finds Acosta working baseline. And Acosta lays it up and in. He's got 8. 14 seconds remaining. Ochoa, bounce pass to Hernandez. Back to Herrera. Back to Jaden. Jaden. Cross-court pass finds Ochoa. Ochoa from the top of the key puts up the three. It's no good. A rebound grab by the Bulldogs, and that does it for 3. Tigers down 55-32 as we go to the fourth quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And you're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, 55-32, Las Cruces leads. And the Bulldogs outside Jaden Brisby. I haven't seen as much of him in the second half, and Jacob Ochoa just going to steal the ball away from him. Ochoa will bring it in the front court. Jacob's gotten a lot of minutes tonight. Ochoa from left lane fires up the jump shot and hits. 7 for Jacob Ochoa. And the Tigers trail 55-34. As Brisby will bring it in the front court, give it up to Hernandez at the left elbow. And give it up to Jaden Brisby. Jaden Brisby from in the lane. And a lot of contact there. And he goes up with the shot and is fouled. Shot's no good. And I think Aaron Herrera is going to get called for the foul. And it'll be 2 free throws for Jaden Brisby, who has 11 points. Tigers led tonight by Julian Favela, who's 8. Free throw's good. Haven't seen Julian much in the second half. I know he's been battling through injuries. Brisby will make both free throws. He's got 13. Tigers inbound, Hernandez. Tigers down by 23, takes it to the top of the key. Herrera. Back to Hernandez. Hernandez to Ochoa. Jacob with the basketball. Gives it up the right wing to Herrera. Herrera is tripped to the floor, and he's in a little bit of pain. And looks like Julian Favela will come into the game for him. And Coach Bowman will help Aaron to the bench. So Favela does come into the game here. Matthew Granados. Favela blooms out there. Ochoa and Hernandez. Ochoa will give it up to Favela at the right wing. Back to Jacob. He'll give it up to Granados. Now it's Hernandez. Corner 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Jaden Brisby able to grab it. And he'll give it up to Joseph. Joseph Brisby to the top of the key. Had the ball knocked away. And it'll be Favela with the loose ball. Granados goes to the right wing to Ochoa. Here's Granados. Granados finds Hernandez. Hernandez cuts in from left of the wing. Granados, now Ochoa. Corner 3 on the way. Front of the rim, no good. Hernandez has the rebound. Works his way in the lane. He's going to travel. 6:22 to go, fourth quarter. Prince Lopez into the game. Joseph Brisby will check out. And it'll be Miller to inbound to Lopez. Looks like Will Bynum will check into the game at the next whistle. Across the timeline, Lopez all the way to the top of the key. Gives it up to Hernandez at the right elbow. Hernandez now finds Jaden Brisby at the left wing. Brisby at the top of the key. Miller. Now, top of the key gives the ball to Julian Cifuentes. Ball in the right corner. And they try to go inside to Brisby. And let's say that went off of Brisby. Favela knocked it out of bounds, but Bynum will come in, and Bloom will check out for Alamogordo. Alamogordo girls down 45-25 after 3 quarters against Las Cruces tonight. Hernandez with the ball in the front court for Alamogordo. Ochoa at the right wing. Granados gets it in the corner. Ochoa top of the key. Favela back to Granado, or back to Ochoa. Ochoa probably got away with a double dribble there. Favela gets the ball, then Favela turns it over to Jaden Brisby. Jaden Brisby tried to get it up ahead to Lopez, but Ochoa has played some really good defense here in this fourth quarter. Gets another steal. Jacob, left wing, going to fire up a 3. It's no good. Rebound. It was tipped away from Brisby, but it goes right to Hernandez. 5:21 remaining. To the top of the key, Lopez, as he's pressured by Bynum. What a nice pass from Lopez underneath to Brisby. I thought Favela came across with a really nice block. So they call a foul on Favela. And Brisby will make on the free throw. Second on Julian. Diego Ortega will come into the game. And Matthew Granados checks out. Bulldogs in control as they have been through most of tonight. As the free throw goes up and in for Brisby. They've been superb at the free throw line. I don't think they've missed. No, they've missed one. I'm sorry. 1 out of, I think, 14. Left wing Ochoa, right wing Bynum. Corner, Favela. Tried to give it to Ortega, but it was out of his reach. Lopez to the basket and misses on the shot, but the rebound grabbed by Cifuentes, but had the ball knocked away. And here's Bynum pushing in the front court for Alamogordo at the top of the key. Finds Ochoa. Ochoa to the baseline. Ochoa double team. Bynum top of the key. Bynum to the free throw line. Fires with the jump shot. No good. Rebound is pulled in by Brisby. Brisby will push it up the floor. Brisby had his shot blocked. Out of bounds it goes. And it'll be at the baseline. It's like Vaughn Romney comes into the game for Las Cruces. They'll bring back Elijah Hernandez as Talon Miller checks out. Number 32, Noah Carr, is into the game. Inbounds goes to Cifuentes. Cifuentes from in the lane. Push shot's no good. And the Tigers with the basketball down by 25. Bynum, right corner, fires up a 3. It's no good. Rebound comes out and is grabbed by Cifuentes. The Tigers just have not had the shooting touch this evening. And driving down the lane, Lopez goes up with a shot. Put back attempt by Hernandez, no good. And the Tigers come with the rebound and get it out up ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez able to get to the basket and lay it up and in. 6 for Jaden. Tigers down 59-36. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Lopez in the backcourt getting harassed by Hernandez. And Lopez able to get to the top of the key. Lopez finds Hernandez at the baseline. And Hernandez lays it up and in. He has 4 points. Elijah Hernandez for Las Cruces there with the lay-in. Tigers in the front court down 61-36. Ochoa at the left wing. Dribbles into a double team and passes it back out to Favela. Favela top of the key 3, and he puts it in. Double figures now for Julian Favela. 3rd three-pointer of the night. Timeout Alamogordo. 3:36 to go in the fourth quarter with the Tigers trailing 61-39 on the Aritzta Motor scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at OteroFCU.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Bulldogs push the ball to the front court off the inbounds. Lopez in the left corner. Lopez lost the handle, was able to track it down. Gets it to Hernandez in the lane. Hernandez goes up with a shot, no good. Rebound, and a foul going to be called on Romney as he came over the back of James Sharp, who's into the game for the first time tonight for Alamogordo. Sharp, Favela, Hernandez, Ortega, and Ochoa on the floor for the Tigers as the inbounds goes to Favela. She'll only come to the top of the key. And gives it up to Ochoa. Fire up a right corner three and put it in. Jacob Ochoa with his second three, and he's in the double figures with 10. Tigers down by 19. 61-42, 3:05 remaining. Ball in the front court to Romney, and he'll give it to Carr. Carr is going to commit the foul, or I should say is going to be fouled at the free throw line by James Sharp. So it'll be at the baseline. Inbound for Alamogordo's Andrew Herrera comes in for Jaden Hernandez. Inbound for Lopez at the baseline. And then just sort of threw it out of bounds at the sideline. I don't know if you're expecting Carr to be there or expecting Carr to jump up for it. Just threw it to an open spot. Nobody was there. So Alamo will get the ball back. 3 minutes remaining, down by 19. Andrew Herrera into the front court, top of the key, finds Favela at the right wing. To Andrew Herrera. Andrew will give it up to Jacob at the left wing. Ochoa, Ortega. Diego will give it up to Andrew Herrera. Julian Favela in the right corner. Back to Andrew Herrera. Top of the key, Ochoa. Another three on the way. Good again. Jacob Ochoa with his third three. Tigers down 61-45. 2:32 remaining in the game. As Lopez has the ball in the backcourt. Lopez try to get it to Carr. Going to be stolen away by Favela. And Favela will bring it in the front court for Alamogordo. Favela to the top of the key. Finds Andrew Herrera. Andrew gives it up to Jacob Ochoa. 2:10 remaining. Ochoa to Favela at the left wing. Favela top of the key. Bounce pass, I think intended to Herrera, but it got there. Ochoa, left wing, going to fire up another long three. That's no good. Rebound is on the floor. Carr is the one who gets to it, and he'll feed it to Lopez. Lopez gets it to Cifuentes. Cifuentes will curl back around outside. Give it to Lopez with 1:43 remaining in the game. Down the lane, Lopez goes up with the runner, and the shot is good. Prince Lopez now with 8. They're rolling the ball up. The clock is already running. That was weird. Ochoa will give it up to Andrew Herrera at the left wing. And trying to entry pass into Ortega. Well done. Diego, though, unable to finish in close. Good pass from Andrew Herrera. Ortega unable to get it to go. 1:15 remaining as the Bulldogs have the rebound into the front court. Cifuentes will go to Noah Carr in the right corner. Carr will go to Romney. Romney in the lane, goes up off the glass and puts it in. Romney with the bucket, and the Tigers' deficit is out to 20, 65-45. Under a minute to go. Andrew Herrera with the basketball. Gives it up to Favela at the right corner. Favela to Ortega. Or gets a screen from Ortega. Now Sharp has got it. Sharp will go to Ochoa. He'll fire up a corner three, and he'll put in another one. So Jacob with his third three of the quarter. And 4 for the game. 35 seconds left, and Alamo down 65-48. They commit a foul. I don't know if they're going to... They were trying to foul in that spot, or maybe just aggressive defensively. I don't think the Tigers would be trying to foul and put him at the free throw line. It's going to be way too difficult to do that, but I'd be aggressive defensively. Why not? Doesn't hurt anything at this point. And then coming up the floor, Herrera is going to get tripped up, and he tripped up Lopez, and Lopez will go to the line to shoot 2. I believe that's the 15th foul. It is. Now, So it'll be Lopez shooting free throws here. Yeah, the free throws for the Bulldogs, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, they're 13 of 14 tonight. It's pretty good. Tigers really didn't get to the line very much in this game. Just not many fouls called on the Bulldogs. And it's hard for me to sit here and say that Alamo wasn't getting calls. I thought the Bulldogs played some really good defense tonight, to be honest. So made it very difficult to get to the basket. Tigers are going to grab the rebound on just the second free throw miss for the Bulldogs tonight. And it's Ochoa with the ball at the right wing. 20 seconds remaining. Jacob trying to work his way in. Gives it up to Andrew Herrera. 15 seconds remaining. And Andrew trying to dribble his way in. Finds Ochoa at the top of the key. Jacob will try to knock in another one. That's no good. 5 seconds left. Best able to save a ball going out of bounds. Carr will give it up. And Romney going to try to dunk it down there at the end and miss on it. And this one's over. 66-48. Las Cruces gets the win over Alamogordo. We'll take a break and wrap it up here on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank, your community bank. When local businesses grow, our whole community grows with them. That's why our business loans come with personalized attention, local decision-making, and a commitment you won't find elsewhere. We know your name, we know your goals, and we're here to help move you forward. Visit us today and experience the difference a true community bank can make. Together, we're building a stronger community, one relationship at a time.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. Las Cruces defeats Alamogordo by a final score of 66-48. Alamogordo Tigers head basketball coach James Bowman here with us. And, Coach, another one of those where you guys just had a little bit of trouble getting the offense going the first half. You had it down to 6 there with about 3 minutes to go in the quarter, and then 9. You guys had like little spurts, but unfortunately, defensively, you didn't make some of the stops when you needed to.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what that's exactly what was the Achilles heel for us tonight. We just, when we made our little run, we couldn't sustain their run when they came back after that. It was just in my mind a little bit of lack of focus on our defensive scheme. Trying to get back. They beat us down the court a few times too many, and it just kind of helped the lead balloon for them. And then of course, whenever you're trying to play from behind with a running clock like that, like it's tough. So yeah, I mean, hats off to Cruces. They played a good game tonight. They shot the ball well. They shared the ball well, really too. So. It's they played a great game. They just kind of flat out beat us tonight, and I put that on myself. I didn't get the kids prepared properly for what we expected. You know, I think we were kind of expecting a little bit more of what we saw back home, but again, we're in their gym, so you know, we should have looked at doing it a little bit different of a scheme, and you know, maybe it could have been a different outcome. But the way they played tonight, it was gonna be tough to beat them. So
yeah,
you know, hats off to Cruces.
Yeah, I was gonna say Walton seemed like he could hit anything from mid-range outside and a few others. And I mean, I know as well, rebounding was a challenge for y'all this evening too, but.
But yeah, like you said, it would be nice if we could put all of that together at the same time, so you know we can do what we normally do. And you know, that's one thing that's been kind of kicking us in the butt lately. You know, we were averaging close to 70 points early in the season. I just feel like we're not being as aggressive enough attacking on the offensive end, especially in transition. You know, we're settling a lot. You know, and you know, sometimes it comes to bite in the long run, and you know, tonight it definitely did. So you know. Yeah, I mean, seeing Jacob and Julian shoot the ball really well tonight, that was good. But yeah, we just, like you said, we couldn't get the defensive stop all the way where we get the rebound and, you know, we're able to do what we do best, which is get into transition and run. But, you know, we just got to get back to the drawing board and just see if we can figure that out.
Yeah. Get Gadsden at home on Friday, try and pick up a win there, obviously, and then, you know, next week, you know, an opportunity to kind of get right before hopefully the state tournament for you guys, so you can sort of, you know, put behind, you know, as much of a frustration, I feel like is the right word, that district has been for you. You know, you still have things to fight for here at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, the thing that's upsetting right now is, you know, we're on a 4-game losing streak right now. You know, obviously we've only got 2 wins in district this year right now, and you know, the month of February just, you know, has not been kind to us right now. You know, but yeah, I mean, like I've been telling my kids, you know, we've done a lot of good things early on in the season, which is keeping us in the top 16 right now. But again, you know, these losses, they're not helping us any. You know, I know we're at 15. You know, and you know, we desperately need a win on Friday. You know, senior night and everything like that. But you know, not even for state seeding right now. Like, we just need a win just to try to feel confident going into the district tournament. And you know, I've seen crazy things happen in the district tournament for my many years being with Alamogordo High School. You know, so we keep telling the kids, you know, anything can happen. We just gotta find our stride. You know, we got to get back to our identity, and you know, we've been missing that for a little bit here. So hopefully we can figure out a way to get back to that.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time as always. You guys have a safe trip back. We'll see you on Friday against Gadsden.
Thank you. You have a safe trip back too, Charles.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks to Coach Bowman. Appreciate him a bunch. And thank him for coming up here and chatting with us. Never easy to do after a defeat, and I always have so much respect for the coaches when they're willing to do that throughout the season. So appreciate him a whole bunch coming up here and chatting with us. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the scores for you guys. 11 for Julian Favela, 6 for Will Bynum. Jacob Ochoa finished with 16 tonight. 6 points for Jaden Hernandez, 5 for Aaron Herrera, 3 points for Matthew Granados, 1 for Nate Best. And then for the Tigers, or I should say for the Bulldogs, 15 for Ben Walton, and 15 for Jaden Brisby, 8 for Talon Miller tonight, 2 for Joseph Brisby, 3 for Dominic Luttrell, 9 for Prince Lopez, 4 for Elijah Hernandez, and 8 points for Zeke Acosta. So the Tigers now 15-10 overall in the season, 2-7 in district, and we'll try to grab a regular season win against Gadsden on Friday. And that game tipping off at 7 o'clock. We'll be there for you. Of course, we hope you'll make it out to the Lawrence E. Johnson Tiger Pit for that matchup. And then, of course, district tournament next week. Tigers will be on the road on Tuesday for sure. Don't know if it's going to be Oregon Mountain or Mayfield that they'll end up playing. Cruces, by the way, with their win tonight, they'll play for the regular season district title on Friday against Centennial. Oregon Mountain and Mayfield will be fighting it out to see who gets the 3 seed and the 4 seed in the district tournament. All right, we appreciate you so much for tuning in. Thanks again to Coach Bowman for stopping up here and chatting with us. And we'll say goodbye for tonight. I do not have a final on the girls' score. I know they were down by 20 going into the third quarter. We'll post it up to our Alamo Sports and Talk Facebook page and let you guys know how that one finished up back in Alamogordo. Again, your final score here in Las Cruces, the Bulldogs 66, the Tigers 48 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show, and thanks to our Sponsors, OFCU, Ryan Richardson Motor Company, Ochoa Stucco, the Winter Circle, and First National Bank. So long from Las Cruces. Have a great night, everybody.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast, mostly clear and windy. In Alamogordo, expecting an overnight low of 36. Cloudcroft, an overnight low of 23. For Thursday, sunny, mostly clear tomorrow night, still windy. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 60, low of 37. Cloudcroft tomorrow, high of 42, and an overnight low of 24 degrees.
Possibilities are all around us. Everywhere we look,